Hi, children. Welcome all of you to our third segment of Unit 4 Environment, and it is Can't Climb Trees Anymore. See, I think you can never expect a title like this, Can't Climb Trees Anymore, and it is by the one and only our Indian English writer Ruskin Bond. People think when listening to this author's name, probably he is from Europe or America. No. He is our very true Indian, born in Himachal Pradesh, 1934, and he is known for writing stories and essays and novels, especially for children. The Room on the Roof was his first novel. When he was 17 years old, he wrote that. A number of awards he received and prizes for his beautiful work. In 1992, he received the Kendra Sahitya Academy Award, means the Central Literary Award, what we say, for his short story collection. Do you know what is the name of the short story collection? Our trees still grow in Dehra. Our trees still grow in Dehra. Dehra means Dehradun. And India's National Academy of Literature, what I told you, Central Sahitya Academy gave the Best Prize Award. And he was awarded the Padma Shri in 1999 for his contribution to children literature. Children, another interesting point I must tell you. Ruskin Bond visited our Vizag a few years ago. Yeah, really? Yes, sir. Sri Prakash Vidya Niketan. I think all of you know Sri Prakash group of schools. Every year they invite one celebrity. So they invited this great man to their school, Sri Prakash Vidya Niketan. And there he spent a quality time with all the children. Children felt very happy meeting Ruskin Bond and discussing the art of story writing and narrating and all. Okay, so this is all about Ruskin Bond. And jumping into the story, children, let me narrate this as a story, not as a lesson. See, we are discussing the unit environment. In the very first segment A, the speech of Chief Seattle very clearly told us how important for us to protect the nature and all the living beings. And in the poem, segment B, we came to know the journey of the river. So it is our duty to protect every river flowing in our country. In this third one, can't climb trees anymore. It is not you how to learn to climb trees here. He is not telling that. One way, through the narrator's grandmother, he used a beautiful line. This is the topic line of the entire story. Definitely. So this one is there enough. You understood this? That's it. Enough, Nana. So what is that beautiful line means? Very clearly, the grandmother used to tell him, Nana, any tree is a blessing. If the shadow of the tree falls on the house, that itself is a great blessing to that house. See, what a beautiful sentence. So this was a beautiful sentence actually. A blessing rests on the house where the shadow of a tree falls. What a sentence you see. This sentence shows that every one of us should protect trees. And at least we have to plant a sapling. Now at this moment it is very, very important, the world is facing a big trouble due to global warming. All of you know. Right, jumping into the story. The narrator, here you see only two characters. Narrator and a small girl, 12-13-year-old girl and a middle-aged man. It's like a conversation between these two. Other characters are heard but they are not seen. Like grandmother, grandfather, the girl's parents, all are there but they don't come into scene. Only in their conversation will come to know. The discussion is between these two. Very simple, Anna. One day the narrator goes into the beautiful Uttaranchal area, Himachal Pradesh area, not Uttaranchal area, Himachal Pradesh area. And it's a small town, a beautiful house. And he was just standing outside the gate and gazing at the house. The same old house. with the beautiful mango tree on one side, and under the mango tree one cement bench. But the boundary wall, you could find a boundary wall today. Earlier, there was a turnstile. Turnstile means what? In shopping malls and in public parks, you can see one will go again, the big round will come again, another one person will go. That used to be when he was a young boy. Today, he don't find that. There is no turnstile at the main gate. One small gate is there, and there is a small compound wall. Actually, if he was in his youth, he can jump over the wall, but now we can't, because like a border just after the wall inside, beautiful trees, plants were there, beautiful hollyhocks, what we say. Hollyhocks are the flowers, tall, like a big stem, and beautiful flowers used to be. They are there like a border, the other side of the wall. And this man is outside, the other side of the wall means inside. That hollyhocks plants are there and beautiful flowers are there for that. And when he was looking there, looking at the house, one small girl came and inquired who he was. Naturally, no, he's a stranger. So when he looked at it, so he was just, he thought that nobody was there. She didn't understand for what purpose he came. But very good looking girl, slim and dark, lively eyes and a long black hair. And immediately when the red hollyhocks were spotted by the man, she understood probably he was a thief to take away the flowers. No, not like that. He was just looking at the house. And she thought that probably he came to buy the house. No. Then he inquired about the girl's father. Then immediately, in a funny manner, she said, "My father is only a colonel." Colonel is a designation in the army. Okay, colonel. He didn't understand why colonel. Then that girl said, "By this time you would have been a brigadier." My mother always tells. Brigadier means above colonel. That means he couldn't become a brigadier. See how children will listen to parents' words. In a funny way, she gave what her mother said. Mother used to tell him, what colonel, you would have been a brigadier by this time. This was heard by the girl, and she was telling for a stranger, you see, my father is only a colonel. By this time, would have been a brigadier. That shows the innocence of the girl. Small comedy in between. Okay, anyway, it is like he thought of saying something against her father, but he is not that much like still he didn't have the rapport with the family. No, he thought better not to tell, and he was just looking. He said, "Would you please allow me to come inside so that I would have a look at the house?" "Oh, you can jump and come, no?" No. When he was a young boy, he would have jumped over the wall. So slowly he took the gate and went inside. And he told they lived almost 25 years ago. But when this narrator's grandmother died, they sold the house and went away. And he asked the girl, "Anyway, baby, for how long time you have been living here?" 3 years. For past 3 years you have been living here. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, so slowly he was looking. Same house. The people who purchased this house, they didn't change the house. Trees are like that only. They didn't cut the tree. And there you can see a beautiful mango tree is there, big mango tree. And on that big branch is there. And that branch got one hollow. And under the mango tree, there were beautiful bougainvillea. Bougainvillea is one kind of trees, actually, flowers. So that is there. What not? The total house was surrounded by greenery, Bougainvilleas are beautiful shrubby plants. And bright colored flowers you can find bougainvillea. Just like I think crotons, if I am not wrong. Not exactly like crotons. So one thing shows that the people who lived in this house got a great taste. The taste for growing trees and plants around. And great respect for nature also. That is also very important. Okay, so you are looking at it. And the bench was as it is. And he just slowly sat on the bench and she too sat. And at that time the girl went and she started trimming some flowers and all, some rose bushes and all. And afterwards she came and sat, and it was the month of March, no? So the mango tree was in full blossom. You can imagine the scent of the mango tree, such a heavy fragrance across the small garden. The house is in the middle, and this narrator closed his eyes and remembered once he became nostalgic. Nostalgic means going into the past. What he heard, just imagination. The music of a piano, the chiming of a grandfather's clock, the constant twitter of the exclusive birds which are found in Himachal area. Badgerigar birds, very small. They belong to parrot family. So these are not. I am not exactly like Badgerigar. I did just so that you can go into imagination. And not only that, grandfather had one old car, cranking up the old car. Okay, well, not exactly. So these are the sounds. See, cranking up the old car, chiming of the clock, twitter of the budgerigars, all these words. Okay, it is like imagination. You can have a visual imagination, imagery, or oral imagery. When I am doing no, you can imagine no visually, and the sound also oral, not oral, oral, AURAL, oral imagery. Beautiful. And moreover, the original sounds, onomatopoeia, what we say in English. Onomatopoeia means the figure of speech where the natural sounds are produced. Ruskin Bond is known for that. When you read his stories, you feel as if you are there. Now I am narrating, no, you are there. I definitely know you are there. You feel, all of you. If you are not feeling, you are not listening properly, I can definitely say. And not only that, beautiful jackfruit tree is there. Ah, jackfruit, who doesn't like, sir? And moreover, pickle with jackfruit. I think most of you don't ask your moms to try. Pickles with jackfruit. Appa, superb. Panasakaya, avakaya. What we say in Telugu. I think if your moms know, ask them to try this coming March. Okay, right. So all these things you once recollected. And there on the jackfruit tree, there was a thick branch stretching out over the roof. And halfway along, when you go, no, there was a small hollow. See, sir, not on the mango tree. I think I was mistaken earlier. Mango tree, beside mango tree, there is a big jackfruit tree. And on the thick branch of the tree, there was a small hollow. Hollow is like a small cave. Naturally, see, some trees have like hollow spaces. No. In that, this narrator, when he was the boy, used to keep the treasures there. Now, treasure means don't think gold and silver. The old medal, what his grandfather won in the war, that one he kept, and some marble something he kept there. Okay. And some old coins, all this. Like he was like a bit of crow. Small children, what they do? They collect all the things and they will hide somewhere. Like that, he went up the jackfruit tree and hid there. So this was actually the Iron Cross. It was a German decoration awarded for bravery during the war, the First World War, when the narrator's grandfather fought in France. See, sir, grandfather fought in France, and that was given by a German soldier to him. This girl was listening to all these things. No, oh, soldier. So your grandfather was a soldier. That time, what happened? Was that soldier dead or alive when he gave the Iron Cross? Then here, I beg your pardon? Oh, you mean the German? I never asked. Dead, I suppose. Perhaps he was a prisoner. I never asked grandfather. See, sir, the girl is interested. When our story means everybody is interested. The girl completely, though he was a stranger, she started listening to him. So when he started telling about his grandfather, what he told him, no, she went there, leaving all these things. Okay, now coming to that, she said, "Do you think still there are all those things?" Of course. Will you climb the tree? No, no, no. Now I can't climb. This is not my age. No. Don't worry. I'll go and I'll climb. And saying so, she sprang up, ran across the grass, swift and swift of limb, and went on to the jackfruit tree, crawling along the projecting branch. You can look in the picture also. A warm wind brought little eddies of dust along the road. Summer was in the air. Eddies. Eddies means you can see the dust like in a circular movement. Sometimes summer wind, that's why we say. Summer wind is something different. You can see the dust is rotating on the roads. That is called the eddies. And when she went to the hollow, she kept her hand. I found it. I found something. She started shouting. And in her outstretched hand, there was the same old medal what this narrator hid 25 years ago. Is it the Iron Cross? Yes. So you wanted to see if it was still in the tree, no? Hmm? No, I think you have come for this cross. Come on, take it. Very innocent girl, no? Okay. But it could have remained in the tree for another 25 years if you hadn't climbed up to look for it. Narrator said, Baby, I didn't come for this iron cross, Amma. If you hadn't climbed this jackfruit tree, I'm sure another 25 years the iron cross would have been in the same place. Same place. Ah, on the right day, at the right time, with the right person, he was telling himself. I was getting up and placing the medal in her hands. It wasn't the cross I came for. It was for my youth I came, baby. Because the right day came, the right time I came, and the right person I met. Oh, you small girl. She didn't understand what he was telling. Because he didn't come all the way for that iron cross, whether it was there or not in that hollow. Just he wanted to get back to his past memories, his youth. Because now in the middle age, no. Once when he was looking at the tree, the jackfruit tree, mango tree, what his grandmother said, he once again recollected. And he really appreciated this family also. A blessing rests on the house where the shadow of a tree falls. So the present honors also they are receiving the tree's blessings. What else he want? So what grandmother used to tell sitting on that bench along with him when he was a small boy, now it is true. Whatever he was telling himself, this girl didn't understand. There was sprightliness in his step. Now it's time to go back. For what purpose he came, that was finished. Luckily, the girl's parents went out. They were not at home. That I think I didn't tell you. All this time you might be thinking, when a small girl is speaking to a stranger, would the parents allow? Yes. The lucky point is that this conversation went on, and during this conversation, they didn't return. They went out. Parents were not at home. So dark dancing eyes, melon sweet lips, lissom, very graceful limbs of the girl. That was the description. Small little girl, no? And in one way, the mango scented summer breeze made the blood course in his veins, and the narrator forgot for a moment that he couldn't climb trees anymore. See, sir, he was looking back and he was telling Tata, not with the hand, inside only. Looking back at the same house where he spent his childhood, his youth. Now he forgot for a moment that he couldn't climb trees anymore, and he was very happy looking at both the trees and the house. And he just bade goodbye to the girl and returned, forgetting that he couldn't climb trees anymore. So this is the beautiful story, children, of Ruskin Bond can't climb trees anymore. See what a beautiful emotion Mr. Bond poured in. One way emotion, one way beautiful moral. So what is the moral of the story, or what he wants to tell the children means, please protect the trees. We may go away, trees may not go away. Chief Seattle also said the same in the speech, you see. Generations and generations go away, but trees last longer. Right, children? So through this beautiful unit environment, let all of us take an oath that every one of us shall protect the environment. That's it. Thank you. See you again in my next video. Bye.